So go to the.
Well, this one is a sort of advertising I made, which is more an announcement of a cultural center who has been reopening in the center of Paris. And the center of Paris has a sort of heavy history because it was a market since 300 years, and it was destroyed. It was a fruit and meat market and vegetable market since 300 years, and it was the heart of Paris, and it was destroyed 30 years ago, and it became the whole of Paris, like you had the World Trade Center. Of course, the meaning is different, but we had this as a whole in Paris for 10 years, and it's very famous. Then in the 80s, they built this mall. Here you go again with the mall. And now they reopened this cultural center, which, from what I try to illustrate, recycled the life that was lost before. So it's a little animation I did with few animators under the camera, and I'm very happy with it. Hope we can find it.
It's the last one on this disc.
The beginning. It's very simple.
Will you talk a little bit about your process? Because you designed it and drew key sequences, and then they animated it, or
well, no, basically, it's the half of the animation is drawn by additioning little bits of the drawing while shooting. So I start with a dot, and then I expand it, and then I take a picture, and then I push every direction, and I take a picture, and then I create the drawing while I'm shooting. So there is no pencil. There's something going on. There's no pencil, and I can't come back. I mean, of course, few shots I did it twice, and it's not a challenge. But the idea is like the drawing you see is being created as you see it. Then when the drawing is formed, I give it to an animator who loops it, like you see the dinosaur. So I had improvised all those dinosaurs that barely look like dinosaurs, but I asked the animator to loop them, so each dinosaur becomes the next one, etc. So it's a collaboration that goes back and forward between the animator and myself. And what I liked about doing that was, I mean, I have a lot of content for advertising, and I have conflicted feelings because I make a part of my living based on that, but I try to do it the less as possible because it's very much in contradiction with a lot of things I believe. But it's a sort of a compromise I make to be able to do the film I want to make. But this is an example to me as an advertising that's just an announcement. It's not manipulative. It's not trying to brand, stick an image to a product. It's just the history of the site, and I think advertising could be something decent.
Can we talk a little bit about, you have a couple other animated projects coming up. Can we talk about them or no?
Yeah, of course. One, it's called Megalomania. I'm working with my son. He created this story about this dictator that sort of represents him, and there is this rebel that represents me. And it's a story about kids who invent a new source of energy based on hair, on the recycling of human hair. And they take over the world and become very disgusting people. And Paul and I wrote the storyline, and the comic book artist and screenplay writer Dan Clowes is writing the screenplay. So we're gonna go in production in a few months. And Steve Buscemi is going to do the voice of the dictator.
Cool. Let's watch